So I made this stair. It's a start for a project to 3D print this. It will be a small stair for placing small jewelry or something on the steps. So the thing with this, it will be very hard to 3D print in one piece. So I made one step and its centerpiece as one body. As you see, there are lots of bodies here. So I began with sketching like this. This value is the width of the each step, and I selected 36 to have 1/12 of a row plus some a little extra. So I'll show you why. I wanted each stair to be overlapping, so that this pole go through like that. Otherwise it would be, yeah, not overlapping. Anyway, so from that sketch I extruded this 4mm for a step, and then this one is 30mm with join, so they become the same body. And then I just added a little fillet at those corners. And to make multiple of this, I made a rectangular pattern like that. And let's see here. I selected distribution spacing and distance 30mm, as this extrude was 30mm. The next will begin exactly on top of that. Okay. And then I used some move commands to just move them 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and plus 30 for each. And if you look at this pivot point, you may end up with a pivot point that is not where you want it, so it becomes like this. But in that case, you can click here, set pivot point, and make it so it's inside the cylinder. And if you try to move it, nothing happens, because it's the pivot point that is rotating. You have to click done here, and then you can maneuver this. Yep. And let's set it back to 0 there. Okay. And after all those move commands, I ended up with something like this. Then I made a coil, and it's made like this. It's 1 revolution, and the diameter is set to a little bit about the same as this diameter. And the height, I chose to make 1 full revolution, but it ended up over the top of this. But anyway, 1 revolution will be the height of each of those sections times 12. Okay, and then I moved it into position so it's kind of lined up with the stair. And I have had this small sketch on one of the steps. As you see, I lined it up so it's when I extrude here, the pole comes from there through there, and I just eyeballed the height of this to match when you make that extrude, it will default to cut, so it will look like that because it's going through things here. But just select new body instead as operation. And perhaps you want to, if you want to 3D print it, it can be handy to have some sort of attachment between those pieces here. So if I go back before the pattern in the timeline, I just got this piece. We can make a sketch on top of here. Maybe 7 millimeters. Extrude from that. Let's say 7 millimeters. So this will go inside the next piece, and I have to make a sketch down here to make that hole. And the top one was 7, and as we are 3D printing this will have to be a little bit larger, maybe 7.3, because of the 3D printing process takes up some space. It's not exactly accurate. Finish sketch and extrude that, and cut about -8, let's say. So when we're after this, each of them should be patterned with those shapes on them, as you see. Yeah, and at the end here I just made some minor thing with this. If you want a rail to easy attach to the pole here, I combine those bodies like this. This is the target body, and the rail will cut through there, and I want to keep the rail, so I activate the keep tools. And if we hide the rail, maybe you would like to make an offset phase by about 0.2 millimeters minus. Okay, that's beginning.